Recording in progress. Images, what are they? Mental pictures that are made from thoughts. That's what we work with. There's a difference from looking at circumstances and holding the images that you want to bring into life. There's a difference in creation.
Mm-hmm.
There's creation made at a surface level, and then there's creation made at a higher level of awareness. When you can tune into that higher level of awareness, you can bring whatever it is that you're imagining into form. But you've got to hold the line. When I say hold the line, and I say this quite often, holding the line means you're holding your vision, and you're not veering away from it. No fear, no doubt, no worry will take you away from your vision. This is what you see, and this is where you're going. And holding that vision with your will, you have the ability to select whatever image you decide. You have the power to select and choose your future. And this is where you bring a new scene of existence. This is where you bring in a new pattern plan into form. Angelo, you're seeing something because you wanted to see it.
It's true.
The magnificence of the mind lies in that you have the ability to think. The fact that everyone has the ability and the magnificence to think, and the ability to select whatever image they desire. That's power. Autosuggestion is your ability to select these images. And each and every one of us have that right, and we have that ability. What about a writer in a theater, a producer and a director of a movie? What do they have the ability? What are their abilities? What are their characteristics?
They're directing an idea. They're directing thoughts.
Selecting images, right? What about the writer? What does he do?
He creates.
What is he creating?
The story.
Story. How does he create a story?
Using imagination. Faculty.
With his imagination. He blends and makes the scenes in the screen of his mind, and then he puts it in form. He may go back and forth and review the scenes, see what he likes, and see how he likes it to happen, and the outcomes and the drama, whatever it is that he's building. He's building in the screen of his mind. Then he's writing it into form. A formula. He's writing it into form. It's a formula, right? That's what Angelo was doing. He was creating a formula. And he's building this formula, and they're getting emotionally involved with the formula. He's partaking in creation. We can co-create. Why work against the laws when the laws are always working? Why not work with the law? Working with the law is working with your own image and your vision and letting it move into form. The minute a child, the inception of a male and a female coming together, and the child is the woman has been impregnated, we'll say, 9 months later, the process has already begun, has it not? The process it's happening. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing with our vision. The minute we have an idea and a vision and we get emotionally involved with it, and you stick to the process, it's coming. Your job is to keep moving in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
The process of creation is always in a continuous flow. If you can stay with your target and stay with your goals and your visions and continually just working towards them, they're going to move into form. It's a matter of time now. And time to distinguish between the thing itself and you. The more you define with clarity and move into action, the quicker that you will see your production move into form. There's a thinking stuff that permeates and penetrates and fills the inner spaces. And we can tap into this thinking stuff with our mind. You can only do that with an image. What is substance? Anyone? Substance? Energy? Formless substance has no what? Density? Density?
Mm-hmm.
How do we achieve density and mass?
Through perpetual transmutation of energy.
Perpetually transmuting what?
Energy. The ideas, images.
Your thoughts get emotionally involved with it. You're giving it mass. You're giving it energy. You're focusing on something to a direct end. So the more you concentrate on it, the more emotionally involved you get in it. You're giving that idea or whatever it may be more mass, more energy.
And it becomes solid.
Woo.
And then it becomes solid. It became a solid state because you kept working on the vision.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I liked, Robert would work all the time working on defining, refining, and then executing a vision for the oil and gas. I knew that behind the scenes, he's got the ability to see something in the screen of his mind and move it into form. If we truly understood our abilities, our minds would not be stagnant, but only creating all day long. In that just same manner, can you create a building, a city? If we really understood our power, we wouldn't sit still. We need to choose what images we will build and then begin to act.
Mm-hmm.
Become aware of the truth. Everything we do is preceded by an image. We think first in order to form an image. Then we do the work. Is this not a principle? Is it not law? Is it not an order? First we think. Everything we do is preceded by an image. We think first. In order to form an image, then we do the work. Sounds so simple.
Mm-hmm.
If we were really thinking, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing all day long. I know because I look. I don't listen to what you say, I listen to what you do. Look around. Who's really thinking and producing something new? How often of the day are you really thinking? Takeaways on this?
Abraham, I think one takeaway of this is circumstances, as you was telling, circumstances always happening. And the key is don't get emotionally involved with this, the things that you don't want to see.
Most
The
definitely.
key, yes, is make the intervention and tell yourself, okay, I'm seeing this, but this is not what I want to see. And sometimes see your body in the situation and see yourself on top of your body and see you inside of the situation. And okay, how can I do to direct this to another way for the vision that I want, for the situation that is the one I want to live right now. So at the moment you don't get involved, emotionally involved with all the situation, you put yourself in a space that you create your peace. And then you have the thoughts, the best thoughts to deal with the situation and to keep calm and have with your direction for the where you want to go.
And you're going back to that vision to give you direction, right?
Yes,
There you go.
it's true.
Every time you're going back to the image to give direction. The image brings calmness of mind, does it not?
Yes. And
Brings
that's
order.
the best part. That's the best part. But when you feel the serenity inside, because the situation, the circumstance always happening. But if you lose your power, that is your serenity, your image, if you lose, then you fall on the situation, on the circumstance. Because, like, one thing that I have clear that guys help me understand is the law of attraction. It's cause the law of vibration cause the law of attraction. So if you are serene, you are vibrate in a good energy, you attract the good things. So the serenity, the vibration that you are, even if you are in a situation that you don't want to, but your vibration helps you to pass the situation and keep flowing through your vision and be serene in any situation because you have the peace, and this helps you keep going through the situation. And then you feel, I start to get control of my life, of my feelings, of my thoughts. I can always project for something better.
Very good. Anyone else? Let's look at the creative process real quick. I want to go over the building of the first chair. This is auto-suggestion the whole way. But also the auto-suggestion is working from where you're at to where you want to go. So I want you guys to really pay attention so that you can relate mind and matter. Mind and the movement of the mind, creative imagination, controlled state, the outcome of the vision. Consider for a moment how the first chair was built. We did not always have chairs, you know. I suppose many years ago, when we first started to become civilized, someone became tired of sitting on the ground. However, this person was, whoever this person was, he probably started to think and began to see a picture in his mind. He probably saw himself sitting on a thing with his legs hanging down and his back leaning against something. This picture or idea appealed to him because he imagined that it would be a more comfortable position in which to sit. Certainly much more comfortable than sitting on the ground with his knees shoved up under his chin. I'm going to read this again. I want you to relate. And not get understanding. You will never understand a thing until you can relate. This means getting into the spirit of the words that I am speaking. Let your imagination be moved by the words I am speaking and get into the spirit of the motion of the energy that we are hearing. Building the first chair. Consider for a moment how the first chair was built. We did not always have chairs, you know. I suppose many years ago, when we first started to become civilized, someone became tired of sitting on the ground. Whoever this person was, he probably started to think and began to see a picture in his mind. He probably saw himself sitting on a thing with his legs hanging down and his back leaning against something. This picture or idea appealed to him because he imagined that it would be a more comfortable position in which to sit. Certainly much more comfortable than sitting on the ground with his knees shoved up under his chin. Since this picture appealed to this person, the person thought of it often until a desire to have such a thing began to develop. The desire moved into the person. Again, the desire moved into the person, into action. And with that picture in his mind, he began to build something outside of him in his physical world that was as close as possible, a replica, perhaps, of the image that he once held in his mind. Power. That was a creative process. Sounds so simple. That was a controlled state of consciousness. Of a higher understanding. Takeaways?